All right, welcome back to another episode of Amateur Hour Golf. Your host, Mikey T. What we are going to do today is the TSR came out at PGA Superstore in Orlando, Florida. It came out about 5 days ago. We are going to go test it. All I've heard is fantastic things. I've been checking it out. I saw the Q School players really adjust the ball speed, basically hitting speeds they haven't hit before. For 2 years of engineering for Titleist to actually develop new, drivers from the TSI 2, 3, 4 series. Very eager to test out, from what I've seen, the TSR2, just because as a more of a handicap player, I've read that the 2 is extremely forgiving and it hits like a rocket. And the TSR3, of course, I'm going to hit 2 as well. But very interested to see how those numbers are going to come out. And the reason being is that, see, this bad boy here, I've had this for a long time. And that's my M2. Now, this is one of probably the best drivers I've ever had. It's never been bad to me. This is my fairway accuracy wood, as I always joke around. But I want to upgrade in tech. For me, I want to see what else is out there. This is the original M2. So, we're going to go test out the TSR with other clubs. But in reality, I do want to give a specific review to the TSR only. And we'll give you the feedback when I get home. But right now, we are going to head our way down to the PGA Superstore. I have a bay waiting for me. My friends are going to having it set up for me, and we're going to go hit some balls and test them out. So stay tuned, and we will be back. And the next time you see me, I'll be hitting into a bag. All right, so I hit the TSR3. My video accidentally shut off. It's okay. I'm going to be demoing against the max in about 2 minutes. TSR2, slightly different head shapes. This is the more forgiving one. Probably going to be better for me, considering I have a probably around an 8 handicap. So we're going to do some testing on the TSR2 now. I was popping around 283, 284 carry distance with the TSR3. I'm interested in what the 2 is. Jesus. I caught that off the toe. That felt great. That was a miss hit, and I still went 300 yards. Continue. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a playoff between the TSR2, the TSR3, and the dominant Rogue Max. This is the one I've been crushing so far. We're going to see if the TSR can do something about that. TSR2. Was destroyed. Carry distance 282, 304 total. Take about 5 more swings. We'll go back to the Epic, or not the Epic, the Rogue. My God. I think the 2 is a good choice. 278 carry, 309 total. I miss hitting this like crazy, and I have not missed the center of the fairway yet. This is really good. And we're playing with a flex stiff 65. Still, it's hammered so much. I miss it. It's still 287 total distance, and nothing that's up. That was too hard. It's not right. Carry 277, 303. This thing's still going? Okay. Two more shots with this. I want to test it against the Rogue Max one more time. One more shot. That was right on the center line. Carry it 287. Holy shit. So we have issues. These clubs are really good. I gotta put these into a playoff. TSR2, TSR3, so with the TSR can do right now. Final playoff, TSR3, to try to take the road out. Shot shape, excellent shot shape actually. That's clean. That was a great shot shape. It's nice to give you a driver this good. It's just effort. Just to let everybody know, my normal carry distance is like 265. I've never hit a driver this far, ever. Good. Full fade. Full fade, mid set, still 290 carry, 272, or 290 full, 272 carry, and this is going to be my last swing. Last swing of the day. We'll go to a final analysis, and then I'm going to walk up to that beautiful thing, always so calm, the cash register and walk out with a new driver. Alright. That's it. 292 total distance. 268 carry. Alright. We're done with testing. We are done with testing. All right, we are back from the PGA Superstore. We have now hit the TSR2 and TSR3. Very happy that I did. For me, you know, I've never really had anything with, you know, with Titleist or any type of other clubs, but I was very impressed with how hard those drivers hit. What I will say is, you know, it's for looking down at the club, the one thing I immediately love about the Titleist TSR is the look. You know, comparatively to other clubs, when I was standing over the TSR2, as well as the TSR3, it just had, it's one of those feelings where I looked down and I felt very comfortable. It's got a really classy finish. It looks very pristine. If I had to choose, because the week before, and this is an interesting story. So my friend Drew at the PGA Superstore, he talked me out of the TSI3 because obviously the TSI3, I was in the simulator just hitting that thing and loved it. And he told me to wait on the TSR, and I sat there and I'm like, okay, you know, he knows what's going on. I really wanted the TSI3 because, you know, obviously price drops, but I waited for the TSR, and then, you know, I tested the TSI3 against the TSR and the TSR2 and 3. There was definitely a difference. I mean, I won't say too much of a difference, but what I will say is that it was carrying maybe a few yards. Now, when I say a few, I mean like 3, 4 at the max. Which I know for, you know, heavier hitting players, I was carrying at about 283, 284 on average, which is fantastic for me. But you know, when I put it to the test today, I was very impressed with the TSR2. I was hitting that thing a country mile. I was able to not only shot shape that club, but I was able to fade that club and still keep distance. For me, that is probably one of the best clubs that I have hit in quite some time. If you are playing, you know, if you're playing, how I look at clubs, you know, all these drivers, when you hit the center point, technically should hit it, you know, they're all maxed out to begin with. But the feel of the TSR2 and the TSR3, when you strike it, it feels so good. Even on the miss hits, on the toes, I was still, and you'll see, you know, if you go back into the video, you'll see the draws still are going about carry 275 and, you know, going about 290, 295. For me, that speaks a lot about the club, about the forgiveness. The TSR3 itself, you hit that thing, it just goes. Not as forgiving as the TSR2. I would say the TSR2, probably a better club for myself. If you are just a fantastic ball striker and you know you are always around that center, get the TSR3. That is going to make a large difference in your game. I think if you are looking for that slight extra distance from the tips, that club will be handy for your bag. For me, it won't work for me. The TSR2 series will definitely work for me. I was hitting that thing a country mile. Also on my miss hits, they were staying within, you know, a good 30-foot distance, right or left, easily within the center line. So for me, I was going to look for that on test, not just distance, but control. And the TSR not only blew my mind, but it passed my test with flying colors. So if, you know, you want my honest opinion, Titleist definitely stepped up their game. I highly recommend. If you're on the fence, is it something that you should spend, you know, $699 for? It really depends. It really depends. The TSI3 on my good hits was able to stay in range of the TSR2 and the TSR3. For me, it's just really depending on what you're trying to do. If you're looking, if you want a good looking club or an update on the club, then by all means get it. If you're looking for, if you are a big hitter and you're looking for those extra yards, you'll get them. Then get it. It's worth it. If you're hitting the ball within 5 to 7 and that's not important, then keep the TSI3 in your bag because that's still a good club. Also, with this TSR coming out, price drops are going to come soon. So be smart about your picks. All these drivers hitting the center of if you're a good ball striker, hitting the center of the club is all about what feels right in your hand. But today this is about the TSR, and my God, it felt very good in my hand. So my analysis on that, Titleist, fantastic job on this. For me, able to shot shape a club that easily and seeing how hard it really came off the club face was something I have not seen in a very long time. So that's going to be my honest assessment on it. And then, if you have any questions, obviously put them in the comments below. Obviously, hit that subscribe button. But TSR, TSR2, TSR3, unbelievable feeling. For me, I barely even warmed up, and I was just carrying 285 out of the gate, where I've really never done that before. So my assessment, I have a big smile on my face because I know what that club can do, and I know what it can do for you. So again, hit that subscribe button, and if you like Titleist drivers, I highly recommend you get the TSR if it's the right choice. And if it's only 5 yards, then I would say also keep the TSI 2 or 3 in your bag for now. So you have options. Save money or get the newest stuff, but I'm just giving an honest assessment. I love the TSR. Try it for yourself. Go into a simulator and go practice. Other than that, this is Amateur Hour Golf out.